Good evening, everyone. This is Rodney with the Triton Wave Market Outlook for Friday, October 21st, 2016. And this is brought to you by Triton Wave Consulting. The Triton Waves are early warning market timing indicators used in all time frames and all markets worldwide. All right, let's start the evening by looking at the 30-year bonds. This is a daily chart, and it came off the bottom here. It came almost up to the 21 EMA, and it's sideways to neutral right now. This is now 6 days below on the second wave. So this is a very powerful magnet right here, and eventually when this catches up somewhere in between here, and I won't know until the waves tell me on a lower time frame chart, this will be a sell that I will text out to subscribers, and I'm still looking for 161.24. Well, now 161.19. It moved in the last couple of days. Okay, smaller time frame chart on the 30-year bonds, 377 tick right here. This second wave is still just like beautiful entry, exit, and re-entry to the downside. And then it started to come back up here. Now, even though it came back down again, this wave stayed above zero. But these are below zero, so this is telling me we're kind of in a neutral mode, and it's doing on the 377 at least, it's doing a dance between the major and the minor Triton EMAs here, right in through here. So we have to wait and see how this plays out. Now on even smaller time frame chart, this is about 4 times faster in recording. The 55 EMA, the only play, this is like the beginning of the day, the end of the day yesterday. This is the 20th, so all this is the, well, this is about midnight, all this is the 20th. There's too zigzaggy in here, so I'm waiting for this to come above zero, and this wasn't much of a play. It's a conservative play. It wasn't much. It was like 419 to 505. The real play that didn't amount to much was when this little thin yellow line, 21 crossed the 55 right here, and also it crossed on the wave, and that was just a short run for like 10 ticks. It did come down, bounce, and then the 55 went below the minor Triton EMA right here, and then this caught a sell to the downside. So you actually could have held it, but probably a good idea just to have sold it right in here. So I have this going sideways to up, but I'm still looking for the entry point when all this settles out and we get a downside. We get another downside look. Now the much more interesting market today was the ES. Let me get this back into the frame here. This is trying to march upwards. Now right now it's about 645, and it's up one and a quarter. It's up 1.25. And you can see how this moved up yesterday. So this new candle here is after 5 p.m. Central Time. This candle yesterday, wide range. It almost finished neutral. It only finished down one handle. But look at the range from 21.44 down to 21.26. So 18 handles in there. But it did finish up, and it was a higher low and a higher. So we could expect, just from the daily, that this is going to trying to move a little bit higher. So on a smaller time frame chart, the 55 tick seems to have accommodated the waves better than anything else today. I marked off the two sells and the two buys, which the waves fell in, and this didn't happen. This happened at 9:30 this morning. At 2137.5, and it covered right at the exact move above the zero line, 2127. How much was that? So that's about a 10-point move, and then about a 9-point move on the way back up. Now this didn't actually. This ended up being like almost, like a 1 or 2-point move, because it didn't follow through to the downside, and the wave told you to get out right here. So you can't really tell what's going on right here, but hang on one sec. Okay, so this little graph on the left here is a 233 tick on the New York Stock Exchange, and I pointed out that this is a non-confirmation from this peak to this peak, because it was a higher. The 21 EMA on the tick chart was a lower high, but the price was a higher high, and in concert with that, this went below zero at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So whatever this did overnight, it started coming down during the daytime. So that may have been an overnight play. Didn't do anything with it, but just to show you that this has been down. This was down all day long. So it confirmed taking out these runs to the upside. So if you look at this 55 tick, it doesn't look like much is happening, but what I noticed, and this is about to go above zero here on a live chart, but if I turn this into a log scale, you can see a progressively higher lows on this as this is maintaining. So you can almost expect it to pop, and this actually may pop a little bit, and that's not going to do, let me see, it's 2138 even right now. We may see a little activity to the upside tonight. I'm not going to do anything with it, but just to watch it, which may take us up to the 21 EMA, which is 2141. So 2141 quarter is a real possibility in overnight trading, which would put us up around here. It might test these old highs from last night. Excuse me. That's all I have. Have great trading and a good evening. Again, this is Rodney. You can follow me on LinkedIn or Twitter, and if you want to become a subscriber, email me, Rodney at tritonwaveguy.com. Have a good evening, everyone.